back. We're going to be looking into symptoms of jinn possession. It is important to note that the signs of jinn possession are shared by several illnesses and problems. So if one does possess one, some of the things doesn't guarantee jinn possession. It could simply be an illness and they need to get themselves checked by a doctor and not a Ruqyah exorcist. Let's get in the jinn possession symptoms. So before we go into the jinn possession symptoms, I would like to highlight a lot of the times it could just be a medical condition. Some of the patients that we have referred to one of our Ruqyah exorcist specialists, because we normally do the training, then basically 80% of the time it's just a medical condition. So it's always best to check with your GP, also do other alternative therapies that we provide. It could just be a cause of blood circulation issue or nervous, kind of like strained nerve or so. So it's best to do other alternative therapies like like the massages, the deep tissue sports massage, and all the other therapies we provide. Or it could just mean that you need to get back into exercise. Like maybe your body is not functioning due to the fact that lack of nutrition, diet issues, or lack of exercise and poor lifestyle. That could also result in you having certain symptoms. But if that's not the case, then obviously you once you've done the check on that aspect and everything is fine, then you could move on to looking into the spiritual side. So we're going to be looking into the spiritual side of jinn possession symptoms now. Okay, so Bismillah. Personality disorders. When a person rapidly changes personality, and these episodes are sudden, however, there are several medical disorders that affect a person's mental state, but it could be a mistake not considering the possibility. Changes in facial structure and voice. When a person is afflicted by a devil, you can observe their entire facial features twisting and changing, so much that the person is recognizable and that they look like a totally different person. Their voice also changes, and a man could start speaking in the voice of a woman or a child, and so forth. Sudden display of extreme emotion. The possessed person will suddenly start laughing or crying or become angry at the most inappropriate of times. Times where you just cannot justify their behavior, laughing when everyone is crying, or vice versa. Complaints related to their bodies. They would complain of sensation being felt as if there are ants crawling up and down their body, heat in the body, feeling like burning from the inside, feeling of something in their stomach, being suddenly able to speak a different language that they have not experienced in. Repetitive nightmares and sleep paralysis. They would experience horrifying nightmares which are repetitive. They will also experience sleep paralysis and feel like something is holding them down, gagging them or trying to enter their mouth while they gasp for air. Hallucination and sleepwalking are some of the many symptoms of jinn possession. Liking to be in places associated with the jinn. The person who always maintained his hygiene and was always clean and groomed will change suddenly. You will find the possessed individual to be in places of filth and complete isolation. He or she will start keeping his surrounding dirty too. Extreme increase in physical strength. The person will have superhuman strength when under possession. They can lift things they normally couldn't, or no normal human can. While they are doing such bizarre things, often these victims have no recollection of such behavior. Depression and hopelessness. The shaitan's number one aim is to attack a Muslim's belief system, and as we know, hopelessness in haram and Islam. A Muslim is to be thankful at all times and have complete faith in Allah, that whatever hardship they face, indeed from Allah, is for their own good. But when you are at your lowest in Iman, the shaitan pushes you in the darkness of depression, hopelessness, and extreme sadness, which we know often leads to suicide and self-harm. Protection from jinn possession. So this part is going to be looking into how to protect yourself from jinn possession. So one is eat ajwa dates. So now, if you want to know about the benefits of ajwa dates, please do type in benefits of ajwa dates. There is going to be a tremendous amount of information on secondary resources like Google and places like that. So each ajwa dates. Eat several pressed dates in the morning before eating any food if you can. Dates should preferably be from Al-Medina. If this is not possible, then eat any pressed dates. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, whoever eats 7 pressed dates every morning before eating any food will not be affected by poison or sihr. That's Al-Bukhari 10/249, the Book of Medicine, chapter Treatment of Sorcery with Ajwa. Number 2 is Al-Wudu. Sihr does not affect a person in a state of wudu, for he is protected by an angel sent by the merciful Allah. Ibn Abbas reported that the Prophet, peace and blessings upon him, said, wash these bodies and Allah will wash you. There is not a servant who sleeps in a state of wudu, but that an angel accompanies him in his clothes, and there is not a moment that he moves in bed, but that the angel says, O Allah, forgive your servant, for he has slept in a clean state. Transmitted by At-Tabarani in Al-Awsat. According to Al-Mundiri, the chain of transmission is very good. At Targhib. Observing congregational salah. Observing salah in congregation secures a Muslim person from Satan, and neglecting it makes Satan dominate him. And if Satan dominates a person, he harms him with sihr and other things which he can easily do. Abu ad-Darda reported, I heard the Prophet, peace and blessings upon him, say, there are 3 people in a town or in the countryside who do not observe congregational salah, but the Satan dominates them. Remain with the community, for the wolf seizes the solitary sheep moving away from the flock. Al-Bukhari. Qiyamul Layl. Observing optional salah during the night. So whoever wishes to protect himself against sihr should observe salah during the night. Neglecting it allows Satan to dominate a man. If he does, then you will make yourself a hotbed for the effect of sihr on you. Ibn Masud reported, when the Prophet, peace and blessings upon him, was asked about his opinion of a man who slept until Salatul Fajr without waking up for Qiyamul Layl, he said the Satan urinated in the man's ear. Abu Dawood 150, a sound chain of transmission. Sayyid ibn Mansur reported, Ibn Umar said, not a man wakes up in the morning without having observed Salahul Witr, but that a rope measuring approximately 70 cubits will be put over his head in the morning. According to Al-Hafiz, a very good chain of transmission. So you got the istiada, seeking refuge with Allah upon entering the toilet. A Muslim should seek refuge with Allah upon entering the toilet, because Satan takes advantage of the Muslim's presence in the toilet in order to harm him in his filthy place, which is the home of satanic jinn. One day a jinn informed me that he entered and possessed a person because he did not seek a refuge in Allah upon entering the toilet. However, Allah supported me in driving him out of that person. Furthermore, one jinn told me that Allah has given us a strong weapon to conquer them, but we do not use it. I asked him what was it, and he said, the invocations laid down by the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him. It is confirmed that the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, says to say the following invocation upon entering the toilet. Bismillah. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min khubthi wal khabaith. O Allah, I seek refuge in you from the male female satans. Al-Bukhari, Fath al-Bari, and Muslim and Nawawi. Okay, seeking refuge with Allah upon starting salah. Jubair ibn Mu'tim reported, peace be upon him, the Prophet, peace and blessings upon him, says, Allahu akbaru kabira walhamdu lillahi khatira wa subhanallahi bukratan wa asila 3 times, and a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim min nafkihi wa naftihi wa hamzihi. Allah is the greatest, much praise be to Allah, if and glory be to Allah, if in the morning and in the evening. I seek refuge with Allah Jalla wa'ala from the Satan's arrogance, poetry, epilepsy and lunacy. Abu Dawood, classed by Albani as authentic. Okay, so protecting one's new wife against sihr at the time of marriage. Okay, soon after concluding the marriage contract, put your right hand upon her forehead and say, Allahumma inni as'aluka khayraha wa khayra ma jabalta alayhi wa uzubika min sharriha wa sharri ma jabalta alayhi. Oh Allah, I ask you for any good that may come from her and any good that you have created in her natural disposition, and seek refuge with you from any evil that may come from her and any evil that you have created in her natural disposition. Initiating martial life with Salah. So you have Abdullah ibn Masud said, on your wedding night, that is on the night when the marriage is to be consummated for the first time, and before intercourse, do 2 rakats and ask your wife to follow suit behind you and say the following invocation. Allahumma barik li fi ahli wa barik lahum fiya. Allahumma ijma bainana ma jamata bi khair wa farik bainana ida farakta bi khair. Allah, make my wife blessed for me and make me blessed for her. O Allah, if you unite us on what is good, and if you separate us on what is good. Transmitted by At-Tabrani and classed by Al-Albani's authentic. Okay, so go through those. Protection from the Satan during intercourse. Ibn Abbas reported, the Prophet, peace and blessings upon him, said, if you say the following invocation during sexual intercourse and a baby is conceived, Satan would never harm that baby. Allahumma janibna ash-shaytan wa janibni ash-shaytan ma razaqtana. O Allah, keep us away from Satan and keep Satan away from any blessings you bestow on us. Okay, make wudu before going to bed. Recite Ayatul Kursi. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Make wudu before going to bed. Recite Ayatul Kursi and invoke Allah and invoke Allah in bed until you fall asleep. It is confirmed that Satan told Abu Hurairah, whoever recite Ayatul Kursi before going to bed, he will be guarded by Allah, and no Satan will approach him throughout the night. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, confirmed that the Satan statement and told Abu Hurairah, Satan told you the truth, but he is a liar. Al-Bukhari. Okay. Bismillah. La ilaha illallah. Say it. La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu mulk wa lahu hamdu wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. 100 times after Salatul Fajr. Okay. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, whoever says it will have a reward equal to the manumission of 10 slaves, will have 10 good deeds added to and 10 bad deeds erased from his register, and will be protected by the supplication the Satan throughout the day until the evening. No one is better than he who says this supplication except a man who says more. Okay, so upon entering the mosque now, so say Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A'udhu billahi أعوذ بالله العظيم وبوجهه الكريم وسلطانه القديم من الشيطان الرجيم. I seek refuge in Allah, the all magnificent, His face, the all glorious, and His sovereignty, the all antiquated, from Satan, the outcast. It is confirmed that the Prophet entering the mosque said, whenever a Muslim says the above invocation, Satan says he is defended against me for the rest of the day. Okay, so invocation. Say the following invocation 3 times in the morning and 3 times in the evening. Bismillah alladhi la yadhuru ma asmihi shay'un fil ardi wa lal fis sama wa huwa samiul alim. In the name of Allah, with whose name nothing harms on earth and in heavens, and He is here, the all hearer, the all aware. Okay. Then we have leaving the house. Upon leaving the house, say Bismillahi tawakkaltu ala Allahi la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. When you say it, you will be told, without your awareness, you have been spared, protected, and guided. The Satan will keep away from you and will tell another, what can you do to a man who has been guided, protected, and spared. Say in the morning and in the evening this supplication. So say A'udhu bi kalimati Allahi A'udhu bi kalimat Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Say A'udhu bi kalimati Allahi at-tammati min sharri ma khalaq in the morning and in the evening. Okay. Treatment. Someone who has sihr and jinn possession. So we'll be looking into how to treat sihr with jinn possession. How to treat sihr with jinn possession on the next clip. Thank you.